In the wilderness, every sound feels like a heartbeat. Every rustle in the bushes might be the beginning of a hunt or the moment it all goes wrong. Today's battleground unfolds like a living movie reel, where tension stretches through the air like a drawn bowstring. The hunters move with purpose. The danger is real. This isn't a game. It's a fight to reclaim farmland, protect communities, and restore a fragile balance between man and nature. Out here, the line between hunter and hunted can blur in a heartbeat. The silence breaks with a thunderous echo. A wild boar drops before it even realizes it's been seen. That's Wami, one of Kenya's most skilled hunters, moving through the brush with calm precision. A beast weighing hundreds of pounds emerges from the undergrowth, sniffing, cautious. But hesitation has no place here. Wami's finger tightens on the trigger, and in one split second, the danger is over. The animal collapses instantly. No suffering, no chase. Just a clean, decisive takedown, the result of years of skill and instinct honed in the African wilderness. Not far from Salvo, another hunter, Tha, leads his team into a rocky outcrop by off-road vehicle. Dust clouds rise as they pull into position. Every move is calculated. They hide behind stones and dry brush, eyes fixed on the far hillside. A shadow appears, a wild boar digging through the slope, tearing apart the soil. The marksman steadies his aim. One cold, measured breath. The rifle cracks through the still air. The boar drops instantly. The team remains silent. Another threat neutralized before it can reach the crops. In Poland, Victor, a veteran hunter, climbs across a sparse hillside. The open terrain offers a clear view, but also no mercy for mistakes. He crouches behind a fallen tree, binoculars in hand, scanning for movement. The wild boars of Bloa are cunning and fast, masters of evasion. Then, like lightning, one bursts from the brush. Victor reacts without a flicker of fear. His rifle rises, the crosshairs align, and the world narrows to the space between one breath and one heartbeat. He fires. Each bullet finds its mark with icy precision. The beast collapses mid-run. Victor exhales, calm and unshaken. For him, it's not about thrill, it's about control, discipline, and survival. Across the grassy plains near the Sierra Moore forest, Habir's team has been tracking since dawn. Hunting dogs weave through the dew-soaked grass, noses to the ground, picking up the faintest traces left by the wild boars. When a sharp bark cuts through the air, everyone freezes. The signal has been given. From the brush ahead, a dark blur explodes into view. Javier's teammate doesn't flinch. He pulls the trigger. A single, clean shot. The animal drops instantly. Another farm spared from destruction. As the day fades to dusk, the hunt reaches its climax in the Horde Baggy region, where Arthur and his team have surrounded a vast rice field. The air is heavy with anticipation. The dogs begin to bark furiously near the far checkpoint. Then, a thunderous crack of movement. The biggest boar of the day charges through the corn, desperate to break free. But there's no escape. The team reacts in seconds. Gunfire erupts, echoing across the field. The boar collapses mid-charge, its massive frame thudding into the earth. The field falls silent once again. These are not ordinary animals. Wild boars can weigh over 300 pounds, their tusks sharp enough to pierce metal fencing. They destroy crops, tear through pastures, attack livestock, and cause millions of dollars in damage each year across the globe, including right here in the United States. Farmers have tried everything: fences, traps, deterrents, but nothing stops these relentless invaders. When they move in, only one thing stands between them and total devastation: skilled hunters willing to take the risk. The next phase of the hunt takes us deep into the swamps. Where the air is thick, the mud clings to your boots, and every step could be the one that ends badly. Here, the boars have the advantage. They know every tree root, every shallow pit. To survive, the hunters bring their most trusted allies, trained dogs, that move through the dense vegetation like shadows. The dogs are the team's eyes, ears, and first defense. When the barking starts, adrenaline surges. A massive boar bursts from the tall grass, charging straight toward Bernie. Without hesitation, the rifles rise and shots crack through the humid air. The boar collapses into the reeds before it can reach and dot in the distance. More silhouettes appear: boars grazing among the reeds, unaware of the hunters lying in wait. No one fires. Patience is key. They wait until the herd draws closer, then unleash a controlled volley of gunfire. One by one, the beasts fall. The sound echoes through the swamp, a grim reminder that nature's balance demands respect and sometimes sacrifice. Silas, perched at a high vantage point, spots movement through his binoculars. He steadies his breathing, aligns the scope, and pulls the trigger. Another clean shot. The boar collapses instantly, disappearing into the grass. Meanwhile, deep in the palm thickets, Bernie tracks a separate target. A shadow moves behind a tree trunk. He waits. The moment half the animal steps into the open, he fires. A perfect hit. The boar drops without a sound, but this terrain is unforgiving.
If you'll enjoy this video, please like and subscribe my channel for more information.